Whenever someone mentions Donald Trump, a couple of things probably come to mind. His name might elicit images of his famous hair or the sound of his voice repeating, "You are fired." That is of course his catchphrase from the reality TV hit The Apprentice. But now Trump is hoping you will think of him as a presidential candidate, and he has already gained a lot of support in the 2016 race. So who is Donald Trump? Trump is born in Queens in 1946 to Mary Ann McLeod, a Scottish immigrant, and Fred Trump, a builder and real estate developer. Trump joined his father's real estate company, Elizabeth Trump and Sons. The company provided housing for middle-income families in Brooklyn, Staten Island, and Queens who preferred to rent rather than buy homes. In 1971, he gained control of the company. He shifted its focus to Manhattan and renamed it the Trump Organization. As a real estate investor, he opened hotels, golf resorts, condominiums, convention centers, casinos, and other properties in New York, New Jersey, Florida, California, and abroad. While his real estate company grew, Trump became a familiar face in the media. In 2004, he began hosting his own NBC reality show, The Apprentice. The show and its many spin-offs solidified Trump's role as a public icon. He has been married 3 times and has an estimated net worth of $4.5 billion. Trump first campaigned for the US presidency in 2000, winning 2 Reform Party primaries. On June 16, 2015, Trump again announced his candidacy for president, this time as a Republican. He raised questions over the veracity of President Obama's birth certificate. Though the president acquiesced by releasing his long-form birth certificate in the April of 2011, Trump continued to call for the release of additional personal documents, offering Obama a check of $5 million to the charity of his choice in return for the release of his college transcripts and his personal records. The GOP frontrunner has had jaws dropping since he announced his bid for the presidency in June. He continues to out-Trump himself time and time again at each public appearance, preaching more outrageous statements than the last. Trump has made a number of high-profile personal attacks on journalists, politicians, and competing candidates. He often launches rapid, multiple-tweet Twitter comments against people who attack him or with whom he disagrees. Trump's immigration policy calls for the deportation of the estimated approximately 11 million illegal immigrants in the US and the erection of a substantial wall on the Mexico-United States border. Trump has called for aggressive bombing of the Middle East terror group ISIS and has supported surveillance of the mosques in the US. He has called for a temporary ban on the Muslims entering the United States, citing links between Muslims and terrorism, and has strongly supported Christian groups in the US, claiming that he will reverse unfavorable tax treatments, supposedly preventing them from expressing themselves in the political arena, and promised to revive a more widespread use of the supposed politically incorrect phrase "Merry Christmas" in departmental stores. Other issues he highlights include taking care of military veterans, making the military strong, and getting agreements more favorable to American workers. Despite his controversial campaign, Donald Trump continues to take the lead in the Republican polls. Often seen as a polarizing individual, Trump's biggest hurdle moving forward will likely be proving his chops as a serious political leader. Whether you are a Democrat or a Republican, it is important to carefully consider the candidate's position as the 2016 election approaches. Now that you know more about Donald Trump, you will be able to decide where you stand on his campaign.